Hey guys, this is Chase Dunawide here. Today, I'm back to reviewing things. But today, I'm not reviewing a movie. I'm reviewing a fan fiction for My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. You probably know that I like My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. It's great. It's really great acted. The animation is really good. The story is really good, and the and the story and the morals, they really helped us in my life. But wherever there's a fan that has a big fan base or has received critical acclaim, there will always be fan fictions. I've read a lot of fan fictions, and some of them are really well put together. But probably my favorite one is the My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic one. I was originally gonna do Double Rainbow, but I've changed my mind. That'll review that soon. Instead, I'm gonna review My Little Dashie. So far, it has been the most widely read story in the Brony fandom. It has 400,000. It has been read by 400,000 of us, and it's really left the impact on us. There's even a movie on YouTube by Storm XF3, and I read it and I saw it first, and it really got to me. One of the reasons I decided not to review Double Rainbow is because after my Robin Williams tribute, I decided that I still wanted to review one more thing that's sad after this, because I didn't want to just review something fun, or I'm still reviewing something good, but something that is still like tugs at your heartstrings and stuff after this event. My Little Dashie, it's about a man who lives in a town that's slowly decaying, and the job he has, it's not impacting that much on his life, and his parents have died, and his life has been miserable, and his life has turned gray. But one day, after he's been watching My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, he finds a younger Rainbow Dash in a box, about 4 or 5, and then he decides to take care of her. Although along the way taking care of her, he bumps into some struggles with her. Like, no, even though he has good intentions, still he may not know what a child really needs, as much as good as his intentions were. But no matter if he knows this or not, he still tries his best. Like, he can't show her, he can't let anyone else see her, or else they might take her away and do some weird research on her, since there's no such thing as colorful ponies in this world. Or they might just capture her or something. Yet he still doesn't want her to be stuck in her room all day. So he gives her a job. But as she's doing a sonic rainbow, she and him rush inside before anyone sees them. As Rainbow Dash grows, and one night she calls him Daddy, and that was the first part that actually made me kind of sad. I'm not really crying, but it's really sad. And as Rainbow Dash grows older, she's starting to have a lot of really good life with her dad. Until one day, after that man gets back from work, he sees that the TV is on, and he realizes that things aren't going to turn well, realizing that this is probably the worst day he's ever had. As Rainbow Dash questions how long he's known about this, he tells her what happened, and then Rainbow Dash goes to her room. After a while, he realizes that she's not there anymore, and so he goes into the forest as it's raining and really starts crying and downing himself. But Rainbow Dash comes back and apologizes, but he says she doesn't need to, and that he still loves her. A couple days later, the man hears a knock on the door and tells Rainbow Dash to go to her room, and so she does, and he finds out that it's actually Princess Celestia and the 5 other main 6, and he realizes why they're here, to take back Rainbow Dash. He's not so happy about it at first, and he explains to them what's been going on, especially after Rarity insults him for calling her Dashie. He almost wants to punch her. And yeah, actually, Celestia and Rarity, they didn't put, to me, they weren't really nice in this. The ones I can mostly feel sorry for are actually Twilight, because she actually doesn't want to do this. And he realizes that, according to Equestria, Rainbow Dash has been gone 15 days, but according to this time, it's been 15 years. And that actually got me a little something. I know Equestria isn't real, but really, does one day in Equestria in fiction actually equal 1 year here? That's interesting. I hope not. And so, he calls her Rainbow Dash down to the downstairs, and he tells her about what's going to happen. And Princess Celestia gives Twilight the idea to use the spell she used for the Discord incident, and he knows what's going to happen. Either erase Rainbow Dash's memories or give her new ones. And Rainbow Dash doesn't want to do this at first, but he encourages her to. Much to his dismay. He just wants her to be happy. Yeah, and that's really mature. And before Rainbow Dash does, though, Twilight doesn't want to do this, and she wishes she could do something else, but the man says it's for Rainbow Dash's own good, and that how could she be sorry? It's to save Rainbow Dash. But so Twilight does it anyway, before Rainbow Dash writes that man a note. And then, as Twilight does the spell, they disappear. And the man is happy, but not really. But then he finds the note of Rainbow Dash, and after he reads it, he finds out about all the memories he had with her. And that was my little Dashie. Probably the saddest thing I've ever read. One of the saddest things I've ever read. And if you watch the video on YouTube, it's really good. The animation is good. The soundtrack really gets to me. And this really tugs at my heartstrings. I think I can see why this left the impact on the Brony fandom, because it actually teaches a really good lesson about life incidents. Like whenever your life is gray, you need is a little bit of color. But one day that color will go away. But you'll find out that she's really had the impact on your life. And that's actually a really good message. And I'm not a father yet, but I actually have taken this message to heart. Even though my life isn't gray. But for any of you out there who are like getting into My Little Pony, I think you can put yourself in that man's shoes in the story. I mean, fan fiction. And you can understand, if your life is gray right now, you can understand that that you will sometimes have a little color in your life. But you won't always have it. But it will change your life forever. By the way, the acting in this thing was pretty good. And the writing was really good too. I recommend it to anybody. Some of the things I actually really liked about it were the animation, the voice acting, and the motions with Rainbow Dash and the man. Even though we don't know his name, he's actually a relatable character. And he actually asked some pretty good questions about why any of this happened. Even I was curious. Whenever you read fan fictions or books like this, you will always learn a lesson from it, even if it's really sad. I truly think that's a really good moral. This isn't probably the only best Friendship is Magic fan fiction I've ever read. This probably is the best one I've read, period. My best fan fiction I've ever read. Not just Friendship is Magic, but of all time. And it might be yours too. Fan Philosophy, thank you. And Storm XF3, thank you for putting it to the movie. By the way, I also recommend the movie. It's one of the famous book it's really good online book adaptation. It's really good. In fact, I wonder what other French vs. Magic fan fictions will be adapted into, like shorts online or movies. I'm looking forward to them in the future. So I give My Little Dashie a 10 out of 10. This is Chase Summit signing out, and I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully, after all this sadness, I'll review something good and happy next time. So this is Chase Summit signing out, and thank you.